Hey everyone, Lego's Series 17 of collectible minifigures in blind bags are upon us. So without any further ado, let me start opening these up and give you a look at each figure. This seems like a worthy occasion to use fancy scissors. I'm going through these bags completely at random to keep things more interesting for me and hopefully for you as well. And this one is a perfect way to start. This is the Cob Guy, also known as the token person in a large full-body mascot-style outfit, costume for this series. Every series has one, and this is the one for this series. They're usually fairly popular. The guy himself uses just the plain green color for his torso and his legs, but his outfit is mostly done in bright green. See, it's just a little bit brighter in color. That works well. That works nicely. It's nice to see lots of that classic Lego yellow color, and the corn kernels themselves actually look really good. This guy has an impressive mustache and some fairly bushy eyebrows as well, but there's no print on the torso on the front or the back and no alternate face. Let's see who we get next. This is the Gourmet Chef, who comes with a new print for the pie piece there, which has a medium nougat colored base or crust to it, and it looks like they've tried to put some stylized strawberries on top. Not completely realistic, that's perfectly fine. And that's a really interesting new accessory piece. A wire whisk, or my family used to call them egg beaters. It's done in just a light gray color, and it looks pretty nice. It's slightly soft, the plastic, so it's not gonna break too easily, but it's not like rubber, so it also doesn't flex too easily. The chef's hat there is on slightly sideways and comes integrated with the dual molded little bit of hair there that's also tied up. There's no print on the back of this torso. This one has some printing on either arm though. That's nice to see. And there is print on the hip, which lines up pretty well with the torso print there. You know, everything's fairly simple, but this is a good looking figure for what it is. Ah, interesting. They call this one the conosur. And that, I think, helps to explain the somewhat confusing or confused facial expression on this one. I think that is a look of displeasure. He doesn't quite like what he's looking at. Maybe he's looking at a piece of art or a performance that someone else has done, and he just doesn't think it's worthy of praise. He doesn't think it's worthy of being done at all. What's most interesting about this figure is not the figure at all, to me personally. It's the new dog, little bulldog molded in tan, and it's got a very large mouth on there and also just a single little dot of white on the top of the forehead, just to give it a little extra something. They didn't have to put that there, but they did. I like that, I appreciate that. Got the printing on either arm and print on the back of the torso. That is good to see, and this also lets you see the rest of the dog. That's actually a pretty nice shape from the side for the dog as well. Better than I expected it to be. I think it looks best from the side and kind of front quarter sort of views. Not quite as good directly from the front. Lego calls him Batle Dwarf, and though he's a very small figure, he's got a lot going on. First of all, from the front, I mean, obviously the bright red colored mohawk and beard pieces, but then also down to the legs, the little short legs are triple molded with the two colors there, with the dark orange it looks like and the dark red. Look at this from the side. He's got print on the dual molded arm, which is yellow on the top, gunmetal gray at the base. His hammer is a recolor of Mjolnir from Thor in gunmetal gray, dark. It also has print on it, not only on one side, on the other side as well. Printed on both sides. That's surprising. Has kind of a, I think it's supposed to be like a war pig, like a warthog kind of motif. He's also got that going on with his belt buckle there. That just kind of explains it a little bit better. No print for the other weapon, but he is dual molded on the other arm. It has print on the back of the torso as well. I think that fans of professional wrestling entertainment could easily see adding longer legs to this guy and probably taking off the beard part. Just take that off and leave this. I did want to show you what the face looked like without it, but is that not Sheamus? If you follow WWE, you know what I'm talking about. Come on, that's a dwarf Sheamus. Ah, here's something different. It's retro spaceman. I don't know exactly what era this is supposed to represent of sci-fi. It could be like World War II era, could be even before that perhaps, but something roughly around the middle of the 20th century. And he's got dual molded arms with print on either, dual molded legs as well with print on the front and the sides. Both arms are the same. He has a brand new accessory, the old style ray gun. Unfortunately, that actually has a hole in it that doesn't seem to fit anything. I tried to fit one of those Friends style kind of mini peg things in there. It doesn't really work very well unless you just kind of get it balanced to the side. It's smaller than a lightsaber blade, normal bar or something. So just a little bit of missed opportunity there, but a nice looking piece regardless. He also has a dual molded helmet, which lets the orangish yellow color show through in two places, very crisp. That looks pretty good. And beneath the cape, there is no print to be seen on the back of the torso. Ah yes, the veterinarian. So this one also comes with a brand new mold of animal, the adult rabbit, which to me personally just doesn't look as good as the baby rabbit that they came out with for the Friends line, but that's just a subjective opinion. I do think that this new one has a really good print for the face, showing the mouth. I think that works out quite well. And then the veterinarian figure itself is a good one with that nice light aqua color. And this could easily be used in a hospital for human minifigures. Just change out the legs or just kind of ignore the paw print there. It could just be something to represent something that this particular person likes, that they like animals. The hands are medium blue in color, which matches the color of the waistlines they put on there. Got the medium nougat color for this hairpiece, which looks great. It really shows the lines there. Well done, also printed pretty well. Around the back of this one, there's no alternate face to be seen on this, but that face that is there has a very nice, pleasant, but confident look. It's the Circus Strongman, who comes with another new accessory. It's the one-piece cast iron old style dumbbells of 100 microgram weight. And that accessory to me seems like another slightly missed opportunity because the ends of the dumbbell there are not the same size as Technic ball ends. Just ever so slightly smaller, so it's going to be difficult to find things to attach to that. Oh well, I think it looks well scaled to the figure. Interestingly, the main color of the outfit there is slightly different from the color of plastic that they use for the hip piece, which is also printed on. But you can just see that this is a lighter piece, the standard orangish yellow color. It kind of gives you that T shape there. It's just not as dark as this. I think one of those could have been changed, probably the outfit print itself. But you know, this is a fairly common old trope that hopefully is still remembered. I think it's a pretty well done figure. Nice to get more dual molded legs, kind of specialized though. And this guy looks completely different with his mustache removed. Completely. Interesting transformation. Time for something completely different. Oh, not that different. It's another shirtless strongman. It's the Roman gladiator officially. We've gotten a number of gladiators and gladiator-like figures in the past. We've also gotten Roman figures in the past, but this one's a bit different. He has a trident and a different outfit. I like the prints on this one. If you don't have a bunch of figures that are close to this, I think that this is a good one to get. I like the print on the torso with the leather part. I don't know what that's called, what that represents. The strap that goes across with the cladding for the shoulder. This is interesting with the dual molded arm on just this side with the lion printed on there. Also a little bit of wrappings for the wrist and the print continues all the way around the back on the torso, has print on the left arm as well, and dual molded legs, as you see. The hairpiece is a dark brown version of the hairpiece first introduced for Finn from Star Wars. Oh wow! The wing piece for this butterfly girl is beautiful. It is nicely rounded around the edges, which does nice things with light as you turn it around. It just looks very, I don't even know quite how to describe it. It almost looks like a fluid that has just been frozen. And the print is nice as well. The colors are good. There's so much about that piece that I like, so much more than I expected to. She has the 3 stalk flower stalk piece that was first introduced with one of the Simpsons series. I think it was the second series of Simpsons. I might be wrong on that. But it's done in lime green there. Got the darker pink color of flowers. She has a little bit of print on her pink short legs as well. And that's a different, new, unique print for the wild style based or derived hairpiece, and she's got a nice facial expression there as well. The eyebrows are up a bit, they're a little bit light in color, a nice print on the torso as well. Just a very pretty little figure. So LEGO has made a lot of different figures over the years throughout different themes with wetsuits that have black as the main color, but never before have they done that board that is in medium blue with a great white shark print on it. Nice to see that as a print, and it really stands out. That's a really nice piece to have for any sort of beachside thing. He also has a print for the arm here that's nice and sharp. Unfortunately, no print on the back of the torso, but the print is matched on the opposite arm. The hair seems appropriate, and the face is good. I'm glad that he doesn't look too full of himself. You know, sometimes the surfer type of figures tend to be like, yeah, I'm just too cool for all of y'all because I'm a surfer. But this one just looks like he enjoys what he does. Ah, yes, yes, yes. Wait, there's something missing. So this figure is a huge mystery to many members of the LEGO fan community today, because LEGO made it a mystery figure. On the package, they don't show you what it's going to be. They hyped it up on the collection sheet for the last Collectible Minifigure Series. And here it is. Oh yeah, they also went after folks who tried to post pictures of it before they were supposed to. But it's not that spectacular of a figure. It's a highwayman. And it looks good. He has the 2 flintlock pistols in a gunmetal gray there. Good print all the way through the torso down to the legs. The legs are dual molded with the dark brown. He has dark brown hands. Has a new piece for the cape. That's a unique shape that has the flaps that come down on the front. Might look a little bit better if you go a little bit sharper with the fold there to bring just those 2 flaps down towards you. And there he is, fully unmasked with a very stern and mean expression. His sideburns come down and are feathered out at the ends. But why they picked this one in particular to be the one to hype up and to be so secretive about, I don't know. There are theories out there, but I haven't heard the actual explanation. Maybe it will never be solved, and maybe that's the real mystery. Getting there, just 5 figures remain now. Elf Girl, wow. This is a lot more impressive than I thought it would be. Look at all of the metallic printing. Almost all of the printing on this is metallic. Look at the torso and the leg slope piece. 2 different colors of metallic. I really like that blue when they do it. And then they did the same thing over here on the shield, which has the gold as well. It's a little bit of a rough texture when viewed up this closely, but that keeps it from being shiny at all, and I actually quite like it. This is a very striking figure, and the hair color is what LEGO calls flesh. It's one of the least common colors that they use today. Dual molded arms with silver for the top, and printing on those also, including some additional metallic printing there. Printing on the back, look at this. Bright silver used there on the back of the hairpiece, and then dual molded and printed arm, another one over here on this side. That is a stunning figure. Seriously, much nicer than I thought it would ever be. Photographs alone, just static photographs, don't do this justice. That one's going to be tough to beat. Let's see what's in here though. Rocket Boy! It's another fully costumed figure. This one I think is very highly anticipated, and this one is also nicer in person than I thought it would be. The flag, which is done in a style to represent just drawing it on by hand with a large set of felt tip markers or something, is actually printed on both sides. That's pretty cool. And these rivets that go around the body of the thing, of the rocket, go all the way around it with black and bright silver on there as well. So this is pretty cool. And also pretty cool is what's beneath the outfit, because he has a light bluish gray printed torso with the official Classic Space logo on it. Now you set him up with some light bluish gray hands and regular legs and a helmet, and you'll have like a neoclassic space dude in gray. Now they just need to make the air tanks to go with this color scheme, and that'll be something that a lot of people will enjoy. The figure just as it is right now I think is really cool as well, and it's nice to see a kid, even though it's just a minifig, it's nice to see a kid who appreciates Lego Classic Space. Static photos did do justice to this figure, I feel. Lego calls this one the Yuppy, the late 80s, very late 80s or early 90s stylish dude, probably from Miami, I would say. And I love the cell phone here. I absolutely love it. Look at this. It's just based on a walkie-talkie piece, the more modern mold of walkie-talkie, the more crisp one, but they just give you a printed tile and a printed 1x1 cheese slope to go on top of it, and it looks perfect, absolutely perfect. And then the figure isn't too shabby itself. I like what they did with the shades with the copper printing on there against orange to give a little skyline. They did print the hips. The alignment isn't quite right with the lines that go through the hips. I wish that was just a little bit higher. Got a little bit of depth with shading in the t-shirt underneath with the collars, and then dual molded arms and printing for the arms as well to show the rolled up sleeves there. No printing on the back, but that's okay. I feel like this one is mostly about that accessory piece and the printed pieces on it, but the rest is good as well. This is nice. Almost there. See which of the last two figures this is? It's the Dance Instructor. So another highly stylized, more squarely 80s figure here with wild colors, wild hair on this one. Actually a lot going on with this figure. So this one has a printed accessory piece as well. It's just a 1x1 cylinder with the H2O on it to represent the reusable water squeeze bottle, and that has the white colored 1x1 piece on the top, the round piece with the mini peg attachment on the top. She has dual molded legs, that's medium azure for the lower part, and then just really good printing above that. Fairly good color matching through the different parts. A very, very distinct waistline on this one with some dark gray used to represent the void areas. Dual molded arms on this one. She's got her wristbands, that's important. And printing on the back as well. That's good. This shows you the dual molding more clearly. Yeah, lots going on with this, and crazy, crazy hair with a lot of depth to it. This lady would be teaching a class on, in those days, probably would have been what, jazzercise? Maybe if this is a little bit later, it would have been getting into the Zumba era, but probably not. Probably just jazzercise. And she's got the sweatband on as well. It's quintessential 80s stuff there. And a couple of drops of sweat coming down. A big old smile because she really loves what she does. So that leaves only one figure remaining, who's going to have to be the hot dog man. Not hot dog guy, hot dog man. It comes with a very cool new tray piece, and I'll have to show you that from a better angle, but good stuff going on with the accessories here with the Simpsons slushy cup, which is dual molded, that has no print on it whatsoever, completely nondescript. That's cool. Has a hot dog bun. That's cool. Has a Frank in there that is dark red. I don't believe I've seen that in dark red before. This may not be the first time, but I haven't seen it in that color before. It looks good. It looks more realistic than in many scenarios, depending upon, I guess, what type of hot dog that you go for. But in some senses, this definitely looks more realistic to me than the normal ones, and really stands out better from his standard red colored shirt and outfit. So that's interesting. The tray is done in dark blue, and it has a bar-shaped ridge going all the way around the edge so that can be grabbed from any angle, and it also has an anti-stud on the underside of it. This guy has, wow, that's a perfectly done dual molded arm right there. Look at that. No deviation whatsoever, just a completely perfectly straight line. And I messed up this picture by having just a little piece of dust right there. Dang it. Got a pretty good line going around the hat. I believe that's the first time we've gotten that specific print for that hat or cap. And the whole print for this figure on the front looks pretty good. Some small little chips on there, but the checkerboard pattern for the apron is pretty distinct. And it doesn't have any particular branding on it, so you could create your own brand and use this. You can use this guy in a stadium sort of setting. You could use him for any kind of vendor that you want. So a very useful figure in that way, and I really appreciate that. They didn't try to force him to be an Octan Meats vending branded character, and he's got print on the back as well. I feel like that wasn't absolutely necessary, but I appreciate it very much. Cost extra to get that. It's extra detail, and that's a good thing. And that is the hot dog man. And that's Series 17 for you. Now, just a little bit of extra personal opinion from me about the entire series. I actually feel like this isn't one of the stronger collections that LEGO has done to date, mostly because there are definitely a lot of kind of repeated or recycled themes here. Types of figures that they've done before, or types of figures that have been done similarly, that have very close analogs that have been done before. And there are a lot of those in this series, not a lot of true, complete originality. Now, to their credit, they have done so many different types of characters over the years, not just in the Collectible Minifigures series, but in their regular sets as well, that it's difficult to come up with new stuff all the time. But still, just on the whole, this doesn't feel like a large body of new stuff as a series. That's not to say that the figures individually are bad. Even the ones that may look similar to things that have been done before still look good and still have, in many cases, new accessories or new colors of parts and just fine production work in general. So just my personal opinions, but let me know what you think about this series on the whole, as a whole body of work, and if you have a favorite out of everything that you've seen here, or if you would like to rank some of your favorites, multiple, in order, that would be great to see as well, because I'm just one person. It's great to see more different opinions from different folks. So thank you very much for watching. I hope that you've enjoyed looking at all of these and seeing them as they get opened randomly along the way. Did something a little bit different there. Appreciate your time, and I'll be talking to you again soon. Catch you later.